do? It's your boy DJ NonStop, and this is Up Close and Personal with the one and only your host, DJ NonStop. Check it out. Today we have the exclusive dish on you know who, my man, Mr. Dre Lomax Fire. How you doing, my man?
What's good, man?
Oh, man, you see it. You see it. Check it out. Before we jump into that, let me go ahead and tell everybody out there what is going on here today. Up Close and Personal is a live episode web series that features some of the hottest entertainers, promoters, business personnel, just anybody who has a topic, a platform. I'm talking authors. I'm talking if you are just anybody, the community activist, just anybody that has any platform that you want to host. We are the place that you want to air it to. So, with that being said, Up Close and Personal starts now. My man, Dre Fire, man, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. I can't complain.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, this man has been on the musical scene for how many years now?
I'd say over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
Man.
Easy.
And being in the game that long, tell us some of the pitfalls, some of the successes that you have encountered and experienced.
Well, some of the successes I'm saying I done opened up for acts such as Cassidy, Twista, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Slick Rick, MC Light, Shock G, Not by Nature, and the list go on, album debuted 2012, The Arsonist. Yeah, man, that was a big thing for me,
great album.
And just able to be on a platform to give out good music. You know what
Exactly. Speaking of good music, Columbus, Ohio has a reputation for putting out great local talent. How would you describe the local talent in Columbus, Ohio, and yourself compared to the rest of the talent here?
Well, there is a lot of local talent. It's a lot of local talent here. I think it's good. You know what I'm saying? You got some good ones. You get some hit and misses with some of the talent. And as far as me, I feel how I differ from a lot of the local talent is that some of the younger generation, they jump on the bandwagons of the now music,
Right.
And instead of taking the time and master their craft and be unique and creative.
Exactly.
Me as an artist, artistry is about being creative and expressing yourself, and that's what I try to do with every song I make. I want to express myself, but also do it in a creative way.
Exactly. Now, for the average person that is not in the musical industry and that does not know the creative process, explain the creative process and how you make it work for you as well.
Well, it's about inspiration. You know what I'm saying? With me, I can be inspired by anything, any type of music.
Right.
But my creative process, I like to get in the studio, hear music and let the music tell me what to write.
Exactly.
I'm saying I do have times where I just write, some type of life situations or things that happen in my personal experience, or things that happen in close one's personal experiences that I can relate to and write on based on those topics as well. Nice.
Do you ever come across creative writer's block? I used to be an artist. I used to be like sitting there, pad and pen. I'm like, I don't know what else I couldn't even rhyme the with and it was, So what do you do to get out of that creative block?
Woo! Well, first of all, I'm going to answer the first. Yes, I have experienced writer block. I think it's not an artist in the world that say they haven't experienced writer's block.
Right.
It's hard, man. It's hard to try to get the juices flowing. Sometimes you got to take a step back,
Right.
and try to just forget about it. Forget about what your project is and then experience life. Go out and do something. Totally forget about it. So when you reapproach the song or verse or whatever you're trying to do, it sometimes it clicks.
Exactly.
Or sometimes it lasts weeks, months. It just depends on the situation and the time at hand.
Very true.
Deadlines as well.
Yes, deadlines. Deadlines. If you have not been in the studio and been put under pressure with a deadline, you don't know what the game's about, because real artists get in the game and they have deadlines. And not diminishing other artists that, you know, are coming up and they're trying to get in the game. But, you know, when you get to a certain level and you have producers, engineering, distributors, you know, labels that are waiting on you, you know, sometimes you really got to go in the overdrive. You can't sleep.
Right.
You know, you got to go hard.
Right. Absolutely.
So what would you say to the average individual that is trying to get into the game, exactly what they should do to stay in the game and be relevant?
Well, advice I would give to the new upcoming artists is that hard work, and constantly keep on creating music.
Exactly.
Constantly keep creating music. You never know what song is gonna take you to the top. You never know what song is gonna blow you up. You know what I mean? So I always say, constantly create music. You know what I mean? You never know what people is wanting to hear.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Stay relevant. As far as staying relevant, I'm saying keep your ear to the streets, keep your ear to the radio, keep your ear to the new music that's out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And not just hip hop. You know what I mean? All music.
Exactly.
Like I said, you know, I be inspired by all types of music. You know what I'm saying? And you can't call yourself a true musician or a true artist if you only listen to one genre of music.
Right.
Because how can you be just inspired by that one music? Because then it's going to give you the same exact sound.
That's true.
So
That's true. You definitely have to be relevant, and you have to be all over the place in the game.
Right.
Like when I was in the game, when promoters would approach me and be like, okay, we're going to book you for a show. So what is your sound? I would always say that I'm bi-coastal, meaning that I was a little bit of everything. If I was 1 minute, I might be writing a beat down south. Next minute, I might be, you know, East Coast, West Coast, just whatever I'm feeling. Like you said, wherever the music takes you is exactly how you got to go about that.
The word I think you're looking for is versatile.
Ah, there it is.
Versatile. You know what I mean? You got to be versatile. You got to be able to, you know, because if you will go into a record label, you know, and you'll go and get meet with these A&Rs and these people, and they may like your look, but they might not like your sound. Exactly. So they like, well, we want to change your sound. So you got to be able to be versatile. You know what I'm saying? To do the job, you know what I'm saying, that you want to do.
Exactly.
So
what is it that you want to achieve in this music industry? What would you say is your number one priority as an artist?
My number one priority is to make good music. Make good music. I want to have the music where people be like, hey man, I'm feeling a certain way. I'm gonna put this track on. I'm gonna put this Dre Lomax, Dre Fire track on. I wanna put this on there, y'all. This is deep. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm gonna make good, you know, feel good music, you know, for the parties and stuff like that. And but I do have a lot of depth. If you go cop the album, The Arsonist is out on iTunes right now. Get my little plug on. Amazon, you know, MP3 is on there. CDBaby.com. Make sure y'all cop it. Dre Fire, The Arsonist. You know what I mean? Cop that. But feel good music. You know what I'm saying? I want music that can spark somebody to feel a certain way.
Exactly.
You know.
So with that being said, we're about to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we are going to have some more hot topics with my man, Dre Fire, here on Up Close and Personal with your boy, DJ NonStop. Check it out. We'll be back in 3.
Tired of listening to the same old radio station? Has mainstream radio let you down? Looking for more variety in your listening experience? Then look no further. Your search stops here. You've just tuned in to the hottest station on the web, WTMHradio.com. No other station can give you what you want, how you want it, with state-of-the-art studios and green screen rooms. WTMH Radio is the clear-cut choice. So don't wait another second. Tune in now and listen. Your number one choice. WTMHradio.com and WTMHgospelradio.com.
What it is, what it do. We're back from commercial break, up close and personal. It's your boy, DJ NonStop. Got on the set, my man, Dre Fire.
Yes.
Man, the Fire Squad. Man, boy, that's a whole nother conversation here in a second.
Yes.
But first, I want to take time out to introduce our beverage of the week, OYO Vodka. Shoot it out.
OYO vodka. Okay,
It's what we've been sipping on since we've,
right.
been in the.
I'm gonna take a sip of it right
Take
now.
a sip? My man.
Cheers.
There it is.
Right there.
Nice. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm liking. I really like that. What do you think about OYO vodka?
You know what? I am a liqueur connoisseur.
Right.
And I definitely purchased that. I definitely put that in my collection of liquors. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I can definitely make a couple of different nice mixed beverages on that.
Right.
And it go down real smooth. So is that OYO?
It's now we may be
break. We might be butchering it.
we might be butchering it,
OYO.
but it's either OYO or
OYO.
OYO. It's
OYO.
It's one
or
of the two.
OYO.
It's one
But
of the two. If you're out there watching it and you are a sponsor or you have drunkenness liquor and you can correct me, please correct me. I'm open to any suggestions with how this whole thing
OYO
works.
or OYO,
Oh.
it's a go.
But
Okay.
the reason why I sponsor this today on the show is because it is local here in Columbus, Ohio. So here, at Up Close and Personal, WTMH Radio, WTMH Media Group,
Right.
we want to cultivate the local talent as local businesses as well as local all the way around. So,
Okay.
big shout out to OYO or
OYO.
OYO.
Oh yeah.
Now, with
Okay.
that being said,
What's up? What's up? Talk to me.
you are not just an entertainer.
Right.
You are a personality.
Yes.
You're somewhat of a celebrity.
Somewhat, yes.
Now, with me saying that, there's a reason for me saying that. Because I wish I would have told you to bring the costume.
Oh.
I didn't even think about that.
You even think about
This
that.
man has his own comic book character. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm going to let the man himself tell you all about his comic book character.
Okay. All right. Well, the comic book character is based off my life, my life in general, and the music industry. Dre Fire is my superhero name. I actually has a comic book out. I'm featured in the comic book, The Cipher.
Nice.
Freestyle Comics is the creator of the comic, and they actually are going to be in Columbus at the Wizard World. That's a Comic-Con, the Wizard World. That is actually the 4th through the 6th of August.
Okay.
Their booth is 307, so make sure y'all go check them out at Wizard World next weekend
Okay.
at the Columbus Convention Center.
Columbus Convention Center.
And cop that copy with me in it. Dre Fire. It's about, let me dig into it a little bit if you don't mind, digging into it a
Go
little
ahead.
bit. Well, it's about a guy that is in the music industry and a freak accident happened to him, and now he's able to have the ability to control and create fire.
Exactly.
So what he does is to help him climb the ladder in the music industry is to use his unique talents and abilities to create pyro effects that draws in a lot of crowds and a lot of fans.
Nice.
While still battling his nemesis, Mad Bling.
Mad Bling.
Mad
I like
Bling,
that.
Mad
I like
Bling,
that.
where he is able to turn his entire body into solid diamonds. So that makes it very difficult to battle we're going against Dre Fire. So it's a very interesting comic. It's a very we actually draw up, the artists actually put actual places and events from Columbus.
Okay.
Shout out to Michael Watson, Freestyle Comics. He's an artist here locally in Columbus, and he supports Columbus all the way.
That's what's up. And Michael, if you're watching, we're going to have you in on the show so that you can tell us all about the whole Comic-Con, Columbus scene, and the national scene, because I've been following you for a while now, and I've watched you grow the whole Columbus, character scene and the comic community here locally. And I mean, the Dre Fire piece is awesome. I love it. I personally own a copy of the magazine, and I think it's great. So shout out to Mike Watson for doing your thing. We're going to have you on the show. Reach out and touch me, or I'm going to reach out and touch you. So that's what's up. Now, can you get the comic anywhere other than online, or like how do you go about getting that?
Well, of course, you can go online. You can go to freestylecomics.com with Mike, and you can actually purchase them with me as well. You can reach out to me, hit me on any of my social media sites. Also, I believe they're at Rat Pack Columbus. That's a comic book store. He have his comics, and I believe the ciphers in those as well. So, I mean, you can definitely go there and check them out, or we would like you to hit us up so we can really, communicate with the people and get y'all feedback on what y'all think about the comic book.
That's what's up. Man, I'm telling you, if you have not seen the comic book, or you really want to get some information on the comic book, my man just gave you all the information. See, this is what Columbus, Ohio does. It cultivates not just great people and great talent, but it inspires people to do so many other things than just the norm. You can be an entertainer. You can be a super comic book hero. You can be a politician. You can be anything that you want to be if you set your mind to it. But you have to be driven and focused to do this. So with that being said, focus your mind and make something happen, and be a positive influx to your community. Now, let's get back to the musical side of Dre Fire. What I want to know is, who inspired you to get into the music business?
Who inspired me to get in the music business? Well, that's a good question. It was actually a group that I always listen to music. You know what I'm saying? I have older siblings, and they listen, and of course you're going to hear music all through your life. But actually the group that allowed me to be like, this is what I want to do, that inspired me, is the group Outkast.
Outkast. Shout out
to
Andre
Outkast.
And Big Boy.
Andre 3000. My name is Andre too. You know what I'm saying? That's what they used to call me back in the day. And Big Boy as well. Shout out to Big Boy. They inspired me. I mean, their flow, their creativity, their thought process, you know what I'm saying, wasn't limited to a certain culture. They just was allowed to just branch out and just make good music, and make the music they felt that made them feel good and make people feel good.
Exactly. If you're not hip to Outkast, and I'm pretty sure most people that are tuning in today are. So what you have to do is you got to go check out the first album. Astonishing, groundbreaking, changed the whole rap game. Yes. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to really say too much more, because
dig into it too much.
That would be a whole, all right, yeah, baby. That's it.
Baby, like.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, man, that's what's up. That's impromptu right there.
Right.
Now, going back to your celebrity status.
Okay.
You are on the celebrity circuit. A lot of people don't know that you hang out with a lot of celebrities.
I do.
So we're going to name drop today.
Okay.
And if you can't, I understand. But go ahead and diss some of the people that you be kicking it with.
Diss them?
Kick it.
Oh, I thought you said diss them.
No, we ain't about that.
I was about to say, I can't diss no other people. I definitely want to give a shout out to, recently I want to give a shout out to Candy Burris from Escape, and her manager Don Juan as well. I want to give a shout out to Trina Braxton as well. Very, very good people, man. Very, very fun people, man. Very down to earth people. You know what I'm saying? Ray J, his wife Princess, very, very nice people as well. I saw him on drop today, but those is recent celebrities that I have touched bases with over the last couple of months.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So I just want to say that, very good people, man. I'm saying, if you ever meet these people, I guarantee you won't hear anything negative about them. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to everybody who he just, he dropped right there. And if you're ever in the Columbus, Ohio area, come on down here to WTMH Radio Studios, and we'll get you live on air, and we'll promote you.
DJ NonStop. DJ NonStop right there. I forgot. How could I forget the biggest celebrity in Columbus right now? DJ NonStop right here.
I don't know about that, but I'm climbing up the.
I'm not gonna drop his rap name right now.
Oh, Lord
but
have
this
mercy.
dude, me and this dude right here used to have some shows together,
Wow.
and we have some
Wow.
stories for y'all. And I'm kind of mad. I don't know how long the segment is, but I could dig a couple daggers in him if he want me to.
Woo! Well, let's talk about let's talk
deflection.
about
Deflection.
Let's talk about
Go ahead.
what was one of the most memorable shows that me and you ever did together.
I would say that it was a small town in Columbus, well, in Ohio, not in Columbus, Ohio, on the outskirts called Chillicothe, Ohio. Y'all know what
Chillicothe.
Chile, all my Chile peoples make some noise.
Woo-hoo.
And the place was called Cardo's.
Yes,
And
yes.
I believe, was it my first time down there?
Yes,
It was my
It
first
was your
time.
first time.
We had the fire squad popping. I mean, it was the city showed me so much love, man. They bought so many CDs.
Yes.
And they just turned up with us. I mean, it was an awesome experience, man. You had the photographers out there.
Yeah, I had the photographers
Two
out.
photographers out
Yes,
there. They was
yes.
snapping shots. We was partying. We was making good music. We was performing. We was hyping each other up. He was my hype.
Yes.
I was his hype. And it was just a beautiful experience, man. I think that's one of the memorable shows I
Man,
had
it was
with you.
a great show. I'm talking for this small town, and it's not really a small town,
Right.
but in comparison to Columbus, it's considered a small town.
Right.
But I tell you what, when the crowd came out,
Yeah.
'cause we was billing, we was top bill.
Yeah.
When the crowd came out, man, I mean, it was bananas. We had women up on the stage dancing. We had other artists jumping on
Right.
stage.
Yes.
You would have thought we was like moguls, big
Right.
time
You would've
industry
thought.
people.
You would've thought.
You know,
You would've
'cause
thought.
it went down. It went down. The after party is a whole another
It
conversation.
went down.
Another conversation. Now let me tell you about the most memorable that I remember us
Okay.
ever doing.
Which was that?
I was featured on the Ron Alexander TV show in New York.
Oh, yes.
I shot in and did a red eye
Yeah.
to New York.
Yep.
My man and
Jay Jerkel, Jay
Jay
Brown,
Jerkel,
shout out to
Jay
Byron.
Brown
Jay
drove
Brown.
all the way
Yes,
from
we did.
Columbus. They drove.
We
I'm
drove.
in the air. They are on the ground, four
Yep.
tires on the field.
Right.
And they drove all the way to New York.
New York did not know
Hooked
about
us.
them. Look, not
They
know
did
about them
not.
toes. Did not know about them toes, y'all.
10 toes deep, baby. That's how we were. And it was a culture shock because when we got there, it was, the lingo's different.
Yeah.
They're like, what's happening, son?
Right.
What you doing, God? What's
Yeah.
happening? I mean, I'm just sitting there like, oh, what's good, Papa? What's good, fam? And we got on and we did the show. And if you ever go to YouTube, search, Ron Alexander TV show, look up for, I'm about to drop my name.
Go ahead.
QG.
QG.
And Dre Fire and the Fire Squad, the show was live. It was
Right.
great. It went out to all the 7 boroughs in New York, and and also someplace else in the tri-state. It was a banana show. But I remember that because after that,
Here you go.
we got on a walking spree.
Yeah.
We walked from downtown Manhattan all the way up to
Harlem.
Harlem.
125th.
125th in Harlem. We was outside of the
Apollo
Apollo.
Theater, yeah.
We about to get jumped out the project.
Yeah, we is.
Because we look like we from out of town.
Poodles turning up the pit bulls.
Exactly. And these Puerto Rican cops were standing right outside this huge project complex, and they were just like, look. We think that you are in the wrong place, Papi. You need to turn around and go and get up the stairs and go down the L and get the hell up out of here.
Right.
And I was like, okay, like we can see the Apollo right there.
We can see the Apollo, but
we
seen a gang of affiliates as well, and we decided not to go that route.
We
Also, did you forget? I actually did a live freestyle battle in the middle of Manhattan.
Yes.
Remember that?
Oh, with a supposed Wu-Tang
member. He was supposed to be a Wu-Tang member.
Right.
But at the end of the battle, his own peoples had to give him the bad news, right?
Thumbed him down.
He like, look, man, you done played yourself.
Cause he let loose that fire. He was like that old arcade game. He was like, oh really? And hit him. They were like boom, 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 boom. It was crazy. That is probably one of the most memorable times that I remember that we ever had.
That was fun.
So man, It's great. I love the conversation. We gonna keep this thing rolling. We're gonna go to another commercial set, and when we come back, we're gonna chop it up a little bit more with my man Dre Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, we in the building.
There we go.
Up close and personal. You man DJ
Oh
NonStop.
yo, oh
why yo in the building. We be
That's
back
what they need to
in
change it to.
3.
Oh yo, oh why yo.
There it is. What it is, what it do. It's your boy DJ NonStop, and we are back on Up Close and Personal with your host DJ NonStop. I'm telling you, this is such a great interview. I am loving this whole vibe. My man Dre Fire is going down, and I'm just forgetting all kind of show predicate, etiquette. So that's what happens when you drink that vodka. So basically, if you want to tune in to the show, you can do it a couple of various ways. You can tune in on Facebook Live. That's what we're streaming to right now. We will also have the show uploaded to our WTMH radio website, and that'll be on YouTube. And you can reach out to WTMH Radio, WTMH Gospel Radio, WTMH Live, and WTMH Media Group. Various ways: email, Facebook, YouTube, all social medias. Everything is good to go. So with that being said, let's jump back into the interview.
Okay.
So now, what I want to know is, what would you like to tell expiring? You see that?
Yeah.
Because some of them are expiring. They're sitting on the shelf.
Right.
Some of the do's and don'ts about being an MC.
Okay. Well, first, because I want to say, stop rapping over your song. Stop rapping over your song. That's not leaving any room for error. So therefore, you're not mastering your craft at all. People want to hear your voice. People want to see you perform. They want to see what you're able to give. If they want to listen to the song, they'll buy a CD. When they come out to see you perform, they come to see you perform.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I say stop rapping over your album.
Exactly.
That's horrible. It's killing hip hop.
That is true. It is killing hip hop. A lot of people don't really know exactly how to filter the lyrics and the overdubs.
Right.
So you got to really know how to do both of those things.
Right.
So that is one of the main things that you really have to do. So What would be something else that you would suggest?
I also would suggest, look the part. It's a lot of times where I see these inspiring rappers and they come in and you won't even know they performing. I didn't perform with people like, oh yeah, I'm such and such, and I'm getting on tonight, and I be looking like, oh, I thought you was in the crowd.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you should stand out. What I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
If you're going to be a performer, you should stand out. You should not be looking like everybody else.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you go into a room, someone should to turn their head and be like, who is that guy? Or who is that girl?
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? Like you should be like, wait a minute, I don't know, that person is something. I don't know what they are, but there's something, and we're gonna find out. And that's the type of feel you want to give off when you step into a room.
Exactly. You definitely want to walk in the room and be present and be recognized and be known.
Absolutely.
And that's what they call star power.
Yes,
when you walk into a
power.
room and then you can cultivate the whole situation and make it about you.
Right.
That's power.
That is.
That's black star power.
I like that.
So, touring.
Yeah.
We spoke about some of the things that we've done and where we've been at. Now, tell them about the tour business, because it can be crazy.
It can be crazy. Touring, man, it's definitely an experience. I feel that any new artist should go on, just so you can understand the grind. That's where you're gonna make your money at, is on tour. You're gonna make all your money on tour. You know what I'm saying? And it's an experience, far as especially if you ain't the main act. Let me go ahead and say that if you ain't the main act,
Lord.
you ain't riding in a all luxury, all exclusive, decked out, customized tour bus.
Right.
You're in a regular tour bus. It is customized, but it's customized like bunk beds, 3 bunk beds to a side. You know what I mean? You got about 6 inches between each other.
Yes.
And you got to deal with people's attitudes. You got to deal with people's HBO. You know what I mean? You got to deal with people, just deal with people. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to deal with people's, grind. You got to deal with people's hate. If they see you out there getting it every day and you selling your CD, you selling your merchandise, and you getting it like you live, and they ain't on the grind like you is, they throw some shade on you.
They will.
You know what I'm saying?
They
gonna be mad. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he think he all that, or she thinks she all that. But the key is staying focused on what you got to do, and take care of your business.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a big thing. You have to stay focused, and you have to be about your business, because if not, there's always some young upcomer that will be ready to knock you off your game.
Off the game. And I also want to add is that on tour, you're going to get up there, it's going to be a lot of crowd. There's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of people out there cheering and ready to hear you. You ain't made it yet. So don't get the big head. Don't get up on stage, you know what I'm saying, thinking, yeah. They here to see the main act, okay? So let's get that clear. You go out there, do your thing, and gain those fans. You got to do your work and gain those fans, and hopefully you become successful.
Exactly. I just got the tweet in my ear that we have to go to a quick commercial set. So we're going to go to a quick commercial set. We got a surprise after we come back. My man, Dre Fire, will be giving an exclusive performance here on Up Close and Personal.
Yes.
So we're going to do the commercial. We're going to come back, kick it a little bit more, and then we're going to go into the live performance here on Up Close and Personal with DJ NonStop. Back in 3.
listening to the same old radio station? Has mainstream radio let you down? Looking for more variety in your listening experience? Then look no further. Your search stops here. You've just tuned in to the hottest station on the web, WTMHradio.com. No other station can give you what you want, how you want it, with state-of-the-art studios and green screen rooms. WTMH Radio is the clear-cut choice. So don't wait another second. Tune in now and listen. Your number one choice. WTMHradio.com and WTMHgospelradio.com.
We had to take a short commercial break, so we are back up close and personal. DJ NonStop, Dre Fire,
Dre
in
Fire
the building.
Yeah.
So before we went to commercial, we was talking about some of the things you do and you don't in the industry. Kind of elaborate a little bit more on that for someone who may be in the game but is kind of stuck in a rut now. Not the up-and-comer, but to somebody who's in there that's kind of been on the circuit, but now is like, you know, trying to figure out like which way to go, left, right, or straight.
Okay. All right. Well, if you stuck, if you find yourself in a position of you ain't really increasing, you ain't really decreasing, you kind of going in the same motion, well, I would suggest that you got to recreate yourself, reinvent yourself. You got to hit people from left field. You got to do things that people don't expect.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be like, I can't really tell you what to do because that's you know, going to be on your own creativity, but try to do something different. Because, you know, if people are expecting the same thing and expecting change, they're doing the same thing and expecting change, then guess what? That's the definition of insanity, and hopefully you ain't insane in the game.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
What did Cypress Hill said? Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the brain. That's right.
That's what's up. Yeah. Now, let's talk about you on a more personal tip.
Okay.
Let's talk about who you are outside of the music business. Now, I could go ahead and tell everybody exactly because, you know, I've been around this man and I know. Okay. But why don't you tell everybody a little bit about who you are outside of the music industry?
Well, you know, I'm a brother, I'm a father, I'm a cousin, you know what I'm saying? I'm a son, you know, but I do cherish being a father, man. I love my kids. I have 4 beautiful kids. Shout out to Cameron, Aaliyah, Maya, and Samaria, my babies. You know what I mean? Also, shout out to my stylist, Summer Chanel, you know what I'm saying, my other half. They got me together, got me looking so fly right now.
Yes,
you feel me?
Yes, she does.
You know, but you know, I just try to be a good father to my kids, man, and be a good provider. You know, any way possible. Make sure that they have the things that they need, and also the things that they want. You know, I try to provide, give them the things that I never had. You know, because I remember countless of times where I was in the store as a child. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 brothers. You know what I'm saying? 2 older, 2 younger, and I'll be like, first of all, hold on, let me shout out Dub, Ray. You know what I'm saying? Terry and Jermaine, and my brothers. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, being in the store, you know. Stop and just be like, yo, Ma, can I? No, you can't have that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it would hurt me. You know what I mean? So, you know, as the age of 13, I always told myself, you know, I'll never be in this situation again.
Right.
I'll never be this, and I have the single food stamp. See, if y'all know that, y'all get them EDBT cards now.
Right.
But we got the actual book of food stamps. I got a brown dollar book of food stamps that I kept to remind me of the struggle. Remind me that I have to do everything necessary to provide for my family right now.
Whew.
You know what I mean?
That's real talk.
Real talk.
Lot of people get in the game and they forget that, you know, they struggled and they hustled to get where they at, and then they forget about that hunger and that grind and that humbleness that makes you aspire to have more.
Yeah.
And when you get up to be, you know, on the top of the food chains, a lot of people forget about that.
They do.
And I can tell you this: everything that this man is saying right here is sincere. I've known him for many years, and he has always placed his family and his career, you know, at the utmost thing. Family before career, and I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And he's an inspiration to all y'all cats out there that want to get in the game. I mean, he has a blueprint that is restounding. That's a new book. That's a new word from the dictionary. Restounding. Go check that out. You know, I'm into making up new words and everything.
Right.
So you go check that out. But I'm going to ask a question, and you can choose to answer it or not.
Okay.
Being in the rap game, especially now, everybody thinks you have to have the image. You have to have that street cred. It's going away from where you used to be able to be an MC.
Right.
And now you have to be a gangster.
Right.
And it's away from the whole upliftment of the culture and the music to, you know, I'm out here, and we're all guilty of it.
Right.
You know, I'm guilty of it.
Right.
But, you know, I'm out here thugging, I'm out here doing this, you know, I'm popping bottles and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And trying to, you know, mimic these lifestyles.
Right.
Now, as a youth, you had some trials and tribulations and setbacks.
Absolutely.
Now, do you want to speak on that first section, or would you like to pass on that question?
Well, I speak on, I don't have nothing to hide. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I definitely was in the streets as a youth. I'm saying you was witnessing it. You know what I'm saying? I was in the drug game. You know what I'm saying? I did time. You know what I'm saying? Behind bars from the, you know, decisions I made. You know what I'm saying? The life I chose to lead.
Right.
I was torn between getting money, and I was torn between making music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was at a point in time where I was doing both, and I was doing fairly well at both. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then reality hits where you can't do both. You got to choose. You know what I'm saying? And when I got in the situation that I was in and got incarcerated, you know what I mean, it allowed me to be more focused on my music.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I just want to touch bases for the youth that or the people that are in these situations and they love music and they want to do music, is that, you know what I'm saying, yes, you want to have stuff to talk about, but if drugs and guns and violence is all you got to talk about, then music is not what you need to be doing.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? It sparks, you're supposed to have a spark of creativity to take a negative situation and turn it into a positive situation. And that's what the older generation of hip-hops and MCs was bringing to the forefront, not in a violent, in a derogatory way. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of making music such as the same, but now as a man today, I promote, you know what I'm saying, positivity.
There it is. I mean, he hit it on the head. You know, we're all guilty of portraying the stereotype because in the industry you're told to do what makes money, and that's what makes money. But you have to elevate yourself and say, this is making me money, but it's not positive.
Well, let's talk about that. Can we talk about that? I mean,
talk about that.
Let's talk about what he said to me. Kind of jumped at me real quick. Do what makes money.
Right.
Who's making the money?
It's not us.
It's not the artist. If you're signed to a major label, they're controlling you. They're the puppeteers behind some of your success. But guess who's getting the money as well? They are. Yeah, they give you a little biscuits, get you a nice chain, some watches, some jewelry. You look good. But are you really establishing money to help your family get out the hood, to help build you a house? You know what I'm saying? Have a foundation to create things upon.
It's very true.
You know.
And what they
That's
do
the surface.
when they do give you this money,
Yeah.
they give it to you, but they throw all the other distractions in with it, so that you recycle the money in the same negative, impact,
Yeah.
And I'm not condemning any of the things I'm about to mention. Strip clubs,
Yeah.
bars,
Yeah.
cars,
Yeah.
all those stereotypical factors that weigh in. We will go out, I got $100,000 chain, I got a house on my wrist, I got the newest Jordans, but your mama living at home, she's still kicking the EBT food stamps, and you are living out of her house, but you fronting on camera like you on MTV Cribs.
Absolutely.
And they don't want us to invest in the positive things like our community, our businesses, and programs that are going to evolve our culture in our minds and our finances, because they want it to stay in what I said last week in the show, crabs in a barrel.
Crabs in a barrel.
Crabs in a barrel.
Listen, record labels is a company.
Yep.
Like McDonald's is a company. You go in there to get a job. You're not going into a record label to be a CEO. You're going to be a worker.
Exactly.
And and that's exactly what it is. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You go to be a worker, and they're going to work you to make them more richer. So I respect. I'm an independent artist. I respect and applaud all independent artists that have the business mindset to do it on their own and get all of their money themselves and do it all themselves and invest in themselves. They're like, hey, I want to do something. I want to be something, and I'm gonna do it myself. I'm not gonna ask for any handouts.
Exactly. And you have to be that way, and you have to stay focused on the goal. The goal is to get a little money so that you can elevate yourself, your community, and your people. And then when you get to that, you have to branch out like a tree and let everybody else, hang on your limbs and your success and move upon. Now, there's people out there that may be some crabs, but you got to shake them off. Like JC said, you got to brush your shoulders off them.
Brush your shoulders off.
You can't continue to feed into the negative and expect for you to always have a positive outlook.
Right.
So, with that being said, we're going to go to our last commercial set break, and when we come back, we have my man, Dre Fire. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey,
live performance on Up Close and Personal. We'll be back in 3. Let's go.
Tired of listening to the same old radio station? Has mainstream radio let you down? Looking for more variety in your listening experience? Then look no further. Your search stops here. You've just tuned in to the hottest station on the web, WTMHradio.com. No other station station can give you what you want, how you want it, with state-of-the-art studios and green screen rooms. WTMH Radio is the clear-cut choice. So don't wait another second. Tune in now and listen. Your number one choice. WTMHradio.com and WTMHgospelradio.com.
What it is, what it do, it's your boy DJ NonStop. We are back. And you might say, why do you go to so many commercials? They pay the bills. That's why. If you are a business or an entrepreneur, anybody that has anything that you want to air for commercial time on the station, believe me, right now we are touching a lot of people, a lot of places. So you can definitely get your product heard. So just send it in, WTMHradio.com or WTMHradio@gmail.com. And without further ado, let's kick it to my man, Dre Fire. Yes, sir, on Up Close and Personal. Let's go.
I want to give a shout out, man, all my family, man, my bro, J Main, E Doug Diggler, Ray, T, Mert, you know what I'm saying? All my kids and everybody support me, DJ NonStop, my dude Be Easy. Go ahead and hit that Tridac. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. We making money right. Yes, sir. We fucking hoes right. Yes, sir. We whipping whips right. Yes, sir. We could get hit right. Yes, sir. Motherfuckers wanna talk that shit, so I pop in the clip with the pistol grip. Wanna go around with the fist with this. Motherfucker, your ass going down the fifth. Body blow with the left, and I'm pointing at you right in the chin. I'ma fight to the end, I'ma fight to the pin. Motherfucker, you over there fighting again? Yep, cause you know my name, some more my game, put some on my game. These dudes wanna body with the same old same. Top of the throw with the same old flame. Don't mess with my crew, cause you know how we do when we sick as food, pussy rolling the game. Niggas get knocked out, niggas get stomped out, gotta call the cops out, know who to blame, what? We making money right. Yes, sir. We fucking hoes right. Yes, sir. We whipping whips right. Yes, sir. You could get hit right. Yes, sir. We making money right. Yes, sir. We fucking hoes right. Yes, sir. Be
These chicks wanna act up. I stick it in and watch your back up. Now I'm finna tear your back up. Now I'm throwing them stacks up. Hit it with the same gang down for the gang bang now. I'm calling a back up. Hit it with the say now. What you gonna say now? Fucking with the Dre Fire. With the time for speech, you don't wanna get heat, better stay down.
Man, back to the topic.
Now back to the hoes, now back to the flows. I will sip a pin, but you already know. Slay that chick and I play that chick, man, you already know. Had to run that dough, but you fade that chick and you save that chick, but you play the role. You got to save a hoe. Damn.
We making money right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We fucking hoes right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whipping whips right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Could get hit right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We making money right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We fucking hoes right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We whipping whips right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You could get hit right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know how fire blaze when I burn a haze. I murk you in the worst ways. You want a glory rolls, so hit the story goes. Some motherfucker want you turn the page. Give me a light and an ice and a mic and sit back and watch a nigga turn the waves. You done heard the stage with the bird cage. Motherfucker, you better learn the ways. Give me a gat and a pack and a lag in the match. I watch a nigga turn the flames. Niggas when the birthday games get poppin' and glock at the top of the drive with a murky man's. Niggas wanna hurt my plans on my beat the trail. Cause I'm turning the wit to my life mistake. Cause I don't care whose life I take. Cause anything I like, I take. Give it to me now.
We making money right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We fucking hoes right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We whipping whips right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Could get hit right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We making money right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We fucking hoes right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We whipping whips right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You could get hit right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what it is.
What it is.
Poppin'. Up close and personal with your boy DJ.
Come
NonStop. My man Dre Fire.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's
Yes, sir.
going down.
It's going
Check it out.
down.
We gonna do this, man. Thank you for coming out to the show today.
Appreciate it.
It's been a great pleasure. We're definitely gonna have you back on the show
Absolutely.
for an encore performance of
Thank
some new music and some new things. So with that being said, it's your boy DJ NonStop, up close and personal.
Yeah.
Dre Fire. Check us out next Saturday. Stay tuned to the Twitter, social media, and we're gonna let you know who's coming back. We out. Bet.
Let go.